Welcome back to Rekt Radio, the one and only show that sifts through the market chaos to find the diamonds in the dust. I'm Sunny, and folks, the energy out there is palpable. We are seeing a powerful narrative shift, a flight to quality and utility that is breathtaking to watch.
And I'm Cole, here to remind you that a flight to quality usually happens after a lot of people have already jumped out of the plane without a parachute. For every project hitting a new high, there are 10 others testing critical support or falling off a cliff. Let's not mistake a few hotspots for a healthy ecosystem.
You see hotspots, I see the cream rising to the top. This isn't a random pump, Cole. It's a great rotation. The market is getting smarter. Look at Solana. It just sliced through the $180 barrier like it was nothing. This isn't just hype. It's a testament to its vibrant ecosystem and the sheer developer activity on the network.
Let me jump in here. It also sliced through that barrier right as a jaw-dropping $1.4 billion worth of staked SOL was scheduled to be withdrawn. You call it strength, I call it a ticking time bomb. What happens when that mountain of unlocked capital decides to take profit instead of redeploying into the next dog-themed casino game on the network? It's a huge overhang of supply that everyone seems to be conveniently ignoring.
What could this become? It becomes the ultimate war chest. That isn't supply, Cole, it's dry powder. That capital is being unlocked to fuel the next wave of innovation on Solana. It's a sign of a dynamic, liquid market, not a fragile one. And it's not just Solana. Look at Cardano. It finally broke through the $0.80 resistance level, driven by a massive $71 million Treasury-funded community upgrade. This is what we want to see. Development and community alignment driving value.
An upgrade is great, but let's be honest, the market is littered with the ghost of successful upgrades that led to zero long-term adoption. While you're cheering for the shiny new things, the old guard is telling a very different story. Litecoin just broke a multi-year resistance line, a huge technical achievement, only to immediately retreat back to $118. It showed its hand and had nothing to back it up. There was no conviction, no follow-through.
That's because the market has moved on to more advanced technology. It's evolution.
It's amnesia, and it gets worse. Bitcoin Cash is approaching its halving, historically one of the most bullish catalysts for a mining-based coin, and the price is falling, dropping nearly 4%. The narratives that propped up the last cycle are completely broken. The market is telling you it doesn't care about a cheaper Bitcoin or a faster Bitcoin. It's chasing something else, and that chase is often reckless.
It's chasing innovation, and that brings me to the very plumbing of this new internet of value. While you're focused on the old coins, the smart money is pouring into the infrastructure layer. Chainlink just surged over 5.7%, and it's no mystery why. Whales are accumulating, building massive positions because they know that every single smart contract on every single one of these successful chains needs a reliable oracle. Link is the essential, non-negotiable utility.
Okay, the pipes are getting more expensive. I'll give you that. But what about the businesses using the pipes? Let's look at Uniswap, the undisputed king of decentralized exchanges, the place where all the trading actually happens. Despite some whale activity, the token is under serious bearish pressure. What does it say when the foundational data provider, Link, is surging, but the foundational marketplace, Uni, is struggling? It tells me the confidence is in the abstract idea of the future, not the present-day reality of using it.
It tells me there's an opportunity, but this focus on risk is a good thing, Cole. It brings us to the dark corners of the space that we have to talk about. It's part of the maturation process.
Dark corners? Sonny, it's a full-blown shadow economy. The embargo ransomware gang, which is just a rebranded version of the infamous Black Cat group, has reportedly extorted over $34 million in crypto. This isn't a small-time operation. It's a sophisticated professional criminal enterprise. What are the risks right now? The risk is that for all our talk of utility, one of the most successful and profitable use cases for cryptocurrency remains international crime. It's the elephant in the room.
It's a horrible reality, but you're missing the most important part of the story. This is a cybersecurity failure, not a crypto failure. The fact that law enforcement can analyze the blockchain, trace these funds, and link groups like Embargo to Black Cat is a feature, not a bug. This level of transparency is impossible with cash. What could this become? It becomes a powerful tool for authorities. Every criminal transaction creates a permanent public record. It's a painful but necessary step in weeding out the bad actors and making the entire ecosystem safer.
Safer? Tell that to the victims. We're celebrating a technology that makes this kind of global, instantaneous extortion possible in the first place. And your silver lining is that maybe, years from now, someone might be able to follow the money. It's a reactive, not a proactive solution, and it's causing immense damage today.
It forces us to build better security for everything. It's a catalyst for improvement. But I know what you're waiting for. Let's put the individual stories aside and look at the state of the entire market through the lens of the big dog. I've got the technicals pulled up on TradingView.
Excellent. Let's move from the real-world evidence to the digital Rorschach test. What shapes are the bulls seeing in the clouds today?
They're seeing a clear sky with a powerful tailwind, Cole. The overall summary on the one-day chart is a solid buy, but it's when you dig in that the real picture emerges. The moving averages, which show us that deep, underlying powerful trend, are flashing a strong buy. That's the ocean current, and it is pulling us in one direction, up.
You always get mesmerized by the rearview mirror. The moving averages are lagging indicators. They tell you the party was great. They don't tell you if the cops are about to show up. Let's look at the dashboard right now. The oscillators, the tools that measure the real-time momentum and buying pressure, are flashing a hard sell.
I saw that, and that's the most bullish signal on the entire page. What could this become? This is the setup every trader dreams of. A strong buy on the long-term trend combined with a sell on the short-term oscillators means one thing. The market is in a healthy, temporary pullback. It's a dip within a powerful uptrend. It's the market offering a discount, shaking out the weak hands before the next massive surge. This divergence is a gift.
That is a spectacularly dangerous interpretation. What are the risks right now? The risk is that the engine has completely stalled and is starting to roll backward down the hill. A strong buy on the past trend means nothing if the present-day momentum, the sell signal on the oscillators, is actively fighting it. The buyers are exhausted. The sellers are taking control right now. This isn't a discount or a pullback. This is the very beginning of a trend reversal, and you're calling it a buying opportunity. This is how bull traps are sprung.
It's a test of conviction, Cole. The underlying strength is there. The short-term noise is just that, noise. This is where fortunes are made, by buying when the fearful are selling.
And this is where fortunes are lost, by mistaking the top for a temporary dip. The trend is your friend until it bends at the end, and the oscillators are screaming that we are at that bend right now.
That's all for this episode of Rekt Radio. I see a market that is intelligently rotating into the future, building on real utility, and giving us a golden opportunity to buy into a healthy pullback. Stay bullish.
And I see a market ignoring major supply risks, cheering for failing narratives, and showing a terrifying divergence between a rosy past and a risky present. Please be careful out there. You've been listening to Rekt Radio.